Alright guys, y'all keep asking me how I lost my eye, or my eye injury, and I got not tired of trying to type it out and explain everything that happened. I figured it'd be easier just to make a video. So in case y'all don't know, Sunday night I went out fishing and ended up having a snapback, and I took a knock through my eye and almost into my brain within like a quarter of an inch, and totally just destroyed my eye. So biggest thing is just explaining what happened, and maybe how it could be avoided, and just giving as much, I guess, knowledge as I got, so y'all can see what you make y'all's decisions. But this is my bow that tried to kill me. You can see right here, there's basically, looks kind of like a half hitch. There's about that much line. See if I can do this without getting PTSD, but when arrow shot, it got that far before it decided to send that sucker in my eyeball. And what I figured out, and kind of already knew, and everything, it's just hard to explain, is when you tie to the back, a lot of the main purposes is you don't break your reels as bad if you don't push your button. Gosh damn, I can't see shit. Anyways, the arrow shoots better, they say, less line drag, easier to take your arrow off and on, blah, 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 blah. Also, if you click your button, my button's pushed, click forward, when you draw back, the arrow comes off, because it pulls off the string. So what happened was I drew back to shoot a fish. I had my line reeled up like this. I always push my button with my pinky and draw back and shoot. I shoot 3 under, but I don't hold it up in my eye. I hold it down like, I guess, conventional, corner of my mouth. And anyways, when you draw back, I'm not going to pull back because I'm not allowed to yet, but this line comes back with your arrow. When that arrow starts to go, this line just does whatever the fuck it wants. And normally it stays pretty close with the arrow because it's being pulled on. Well, what mine decided to do was make some sort of knot like that. I'm just twisting it. I ain't gonna tie a knot. And so when my bowstring comes from full draw all the way down to the rest position here, it actually is going to get somewhere in there. And then from that point, the arrow is built up pile of potential energy, and then became kinetic energy, and then it had about that much line, and came back into my face. So it's really not too avoidable. If you talk to a lot of the people that have been shooting tied to the back since beginning of time, as I consider it, they've had what we call the mystery knot. It's sometimes it breaks, sometimes it don't. You've seen back in the day, Brady Green did a video shooting tied to the back where he tied a knot, about that much line. He tied a knot, drew back with 5 or 6 different bows, high poundage, low poundage, different arrows, and shot, and it broke the line. I've had multiple times now, I've had the same knot, but closer to my arrow, break, or I've had it caught on the reel handle and cut my line, or I've had the knot itself break, I guess because it's a pinch point, so I've been very lucky, I guess, and I'm sure a lot of y'all people have had the same situations. And I've had snapbacks from safety slides, but the most of the time with the safety slide, the arrow comes back at you sideways, or some sort of, it's not just beeline for your eye. So I mean, there's going to be drawbacks to both sides. I shoot about 25 pounds. That I say I normally shoot about 20 pounds, but that night I shot about 25 pounds. That breaks fast flight. Fast flight will break at 18 pounds if it's tied short enough where the line can't stretch. But, I've got probably right at 12 inches of line. That stretches pretty good. You can get, a pile of strength out of it. And then, my being tied to my my bowstring, it stretches some and it'll pivot forward and advance the cams on the bow. So I mean, it just one of them things that it's not an if but when. But you know, I'm not here to crucify y'all and tell y'all shoot safety slides, but there's not that big of a downside to safety slides in my opinion. And hell, about 50% of the time I normally shoot safety slides. You know, the biggest downside is going to be added cost. You know, $3 to $5 a slide. I get it, and the simple deal of you get a little bit more splash. That's my biggest thing I don't like is the splash. You know, if I miss, I want to always try to see where I hit so I know. You know, every now and then you get a scale or some grass, maybe some mud between your slide, and it don't want to slide too well. I mean, that's another thing that just pisses you off. But hell, I mean, if we shooting 1,000 fish in a night, I'm probably gonna shoot this damn arrow off 3 to 4 times and have to get the boat turned around. So, I mean, you got to weigh your cons and your pros, I guess. But you know, if I get to shoot again, which I'm hopeful, and I don't see why I couldn't. It might be a couple months, but you know, I'll be shooting slides from now on unless something else better comes out. But I can't imagine anything will. But biggest thing I guess I could say is, you know, get y'all a nice comfortable pair of safety glasses y'all like to wear or something. You know, I'm kind of forced to wear safety glasses from now on and wear safety glasses when I'm in the shop religiously. It don't make sense why I didn't wear them fishing, is all that stupid shit we get into. Bugs, trees, rocks, grass, you know, shit gets western. So that's all I really had to say. I just really wanted to kind of cover the bases. I know y'all have been curious, and you know, I ain't got nothing better to do with my downtime, so I figured I'd show y'all.